What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Black Ops 2 with Maximilian. As previous episodes, we're talking about a lot of the goings-on of Black Ops 2, the state of the condition of the game, and as of right now, a lot of people are having a lot of difficulty finding weapons and dealing with the lag compensation and the lag between games. If you guys haven't had a chance to check out some of the previous episodes on my channel at youtube.com/miles923, you'll learn that when you search for games, if you want to improve your connection rating, press X or square on the PlayStation and X on the Xbox 360 controller as you select Public Match, and you can actually change your connection to best. If this essentially allows the search parameters to search only for good connections. It doesn't completely fix the problem, and you'll still get some really wonky stuff that'll happen every once in a while, but it does make things a little bit more tolerable. Now, getting on to the topic of this episode, which is, what the hell gun should I be using? And I've been playing the game for a while now. I've actually just hit my 3rd Prestige, and I'm really starting to feel Black Ops 2. It's gotten to the point where the game was really hard at first, and it takes a while to click, but that kind of happens with every Call of Duty, because I think I finally found a few guns that I think really suit my playstyle and the overall way you should be playing Black Ops 2, especially when it comes to objective game modes and you're trying to get higher score streaks and, you know, keep the flags or defend the flags. You really have to pay attention to that stuff because it gives you so much more points that if you focus on that, you can do really well. And let's talk about which weapon you should be using. Now, this is what I believe to be the best gun in the game. This is not exactly gospel by any means, and you guys should not be like saying, this is absolutely the way it is because Max said it or some random YouTube guy said it was. No. This is just based off my previous playtime with this weapon compared to other weapons, and I seem to do fairly well because of the options it gives me. And that gun is the MSMC submachine gun. So I've had a chance to test around with a lot of the other submachine guns. The MP7 seems extremely powerful. I even made a video talking about the Vector in the past, and I still think the Vector is extremely good at what it does. However, the MSMC just seems to work more often, and it's just really weird. Now, let me take a look at the stats to kind of give you guys an idea of what's going on. The MSMC, the magazine size on this weapon is small. It's actually the smallest of any submachine gun at 30 rounds. If you put an extended clip, you get about 40, but that isn't really worth it. The maximum damage output of this gun, however, is the highest of any of the submachine guns at close range, which is 40. That means it'll kill 3 bullets up close, which only, to be honest, one other submachine gun does at full health. The PDW-57 does 35 points of damage, meaning that 3 shots up close will kill a guy, but every other submachine gun does 33 points of damage up close, which means it'll take 4 bullets. If you put 3 bullets into a guy, it'll literally leave a dude with 1 point of health left. And every other submachine gun in this game does about 18 points of damage at maximum distance, so that's going to take quite a few shots, if not about 5 or 6. Now, moving on, there's the other stats kind of tell a different story. Like the time to reload is fairly long on the weapon, and the time to raise the sight up is also fairly long too. But one of the things that you'll understand when you start actually using this gun is the fact that it seems to keep its target very well. I'm not going to compare it to like the MP7 of previous games, the MP5 of Call of Duty 4, nothing like that. It feels completely unique, and I think this might actually end up being the best silenced submachine gun of any of them. What it allows me to do is it allows me to run around corners and hopefully win those gunfights at close range. That's the most important part. The only time you usually should be losing some of those gunfights, unless you're like running around constantly, is the fact that there's going to be a guy with a shotgun around every other corner. What you need to do, well, in this game especially, guys, I can't even express this more, when you're turning corners, for the love of God, do not be running. As long as you are sight down and you're just ready to go and you understand that there could be a guy around any corner, you should be doing pretty good. For the most part, the UAV helps a ton when it comes to this stuff, and especially when you run higher end kill streaks like the ones you might be seeing in this video. That's all I was doing, was just protecting flags, getting the points of dudes that were on flags and things like that. And what it allows you to do is to be an extremely defensive player, especially in some situations like this, because in certain maps, B isn't wide out in the open a lot of the time. There's a lot of corners that lead to eventual areas like B, A, or C. When it comes to domination, that is. And you literally can cover, like, I think on this map, you can cover B and you can cover A really, really easily. Like, you can just roam between the two and just kill guys that are attacking, because you get a ton of more points. Like, I think it's at least a quarter more points if you take a guy off of a flag, especially if you're defending a flag and you're shooting them while they're on it. talking about attachments, when we actually get later into some weapon breakdowns, I'll do some really in-depth breakdowns, but this is just for the MSMC right now. Like I was saying, the silencer, absolutely amazing on this gun. The best silenced submachine gun, in my opinion. And I like having the adjustable stock to give you that stalker action. The fact that you can aim down sight and move quicker. This allows me to, like, take corners, and instead of just running past the corner and waiting for a guy, I literally ADS past the corner, and if there's a dude there, you freaking hose him. And it's been working out fairly well. If anything, I think this gun definitely is my best kill-death ratio and my best winning ratio weapon so far when it comes to many games. Many of the times you'll see me using this weapon, what my plan is to get the guys out of places that look over B. A lot of areas in this game have places where the B domination flag has an area where you can look over into it, and everyone, like these snipers and campers and all these guys that don't like to run around, sit in that area. And this weapon is absolutely perfect for infiltrating enemy areas and taking guys out and essentially getting out of there as soon as possible, because dudes will be coming for you right quick. You get a lot of points for doing stuff like that because you get people off of their guard, and as long as those kills are not met with a lot of conflict and you're sneaking up on guys, oh man, it's extremely good. So thank you guys very much for watching. Hopefully you have a little bit better of luck with Black Ops 2, since a lot of people seem to be having some issues right now. But the game can be a lot of fun as long as you find that loadout and that beautiful combination of weapons, perks, and kill streaks that can make the game really fun. Stay tuned, guys, because on my channel at youtube.com/miles923, I'll be talking about the negative and positive effects of actually using Ghost, and how using Ghost might not actually even be worth it. So please stay tuned for that. My name is Maximilian, signing out.